Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of Selenium training. In this session, we are going to see how to handle iframes on a web page. This iframes concept is very important on the applications which you are working like uh, we- bank applications or healthcare applications. These will have most of the iframes to handle, which is bit difficult when you plan to automate as usually. So coming to iframes, it's an HTML block on a web page which will have an another web page or some different content which will link to the other page source. Okay, so how to identify that if your web element is present on a main page or an iframe? For example, if you look at this picture, this is a main page when you launch the application, and inside the main page you will have an iframe. So all the web elements like text boxes, checkboxes, radio button, links and some text are present on main page. In the same way, all these web elements also might be present inside the iframe. And if you try to inspect these elements which are in a iframe and try to access them or click them or get some text out of these web elements, you cannot do it directly. So you have to use an frames concept, which we have three kinds of methods to do that. First of all, you have to navigate into this iframe and then only you will be able to read the web elements. So in order to navigate to the iframe, you have these three methods. You can you have to first identify the iframe. So this is an example. You can see here, this is the tag that's how it looks in a DOM structure. The tag starts with iframe and it will have a destination of that HTML and the name or ID or anything. You will have any attribute. You have to how you identify elements using different strategies. You can identify your iframe in the same way to navigate into that iframe. And to switch to frames, you have three methods. One is by index, by name or ID, by web element. So by index means if you have three or four iframes and if you want to switch to first frame, then you will be using 0. Okay, and if you want to switch to second iframe, you'll be using 1. So that way it starts from 1 and you will be navigating to that iframes. Or else if you have some attributes like name or ID, you can use that and you can simply write in double quotes the name or ID of a iframe. And also web element, you can store your iframe using the name attribute or ID attribute in a web element object, and you can directly give that web element object here. So these are the two ways that you have to use to switch to the frame. And after switching to the frame, identification of elements is same as it is. There is no change in identification and clicking and sending. That testing part will be same, just that you have to switch to the frame before you interact with these web elements. That's the whole concept here. And once you do some operations on the iframe, you have to come back to the main page. So if you want to come back to the main page, then you have to use a method called default content. Driver dot switch to dot default content. Okay. So this parent frame is something different when we have nested frames, which we will discuss in the next session of the video. Okay, for now we will be discussing only one frame. Okay, so let's quickly come to practical session. So I'll be creating a new class. I'll call this as iframe example. Okay, let me create main method. Okay, so let me copy this syntax so that it will be time saving. Now, I have one portal to see an example for this. Let me give that, and let me also navigate to this page and show you how it looks. Okay, so this is the page that we are going to do. Here you have an iframe. This is an iframe, and our test that we are going to do now is we want to get this text. Your content goes here. This is the text we need to get. So simply just right click here and click on inspect and just click on this element. You can see this element is present in iframe here. Iframe ID is equal to, we have an MCE0 IFR, right? So the first thing what we will do is we will figure out how many iframes are present on this page, and we will print this text. We will get this text by navigating to the frame. That means by switching to the frame, and then we will come out of the frame and we will be capturing this text outside the frame. Okay, so let's see how to do that. Okay, now we are in a frame. So let's check how to get number of frames on a web page. Okay, before that let me write maximize method. This will maximize the window. Now let's find number of iframes. So this is pretty much easy, which we already discussed earlier. By tag name we have to find number of iframes are there. Find element of by dot tag name of iframe. Okay, we have to use iframe. Okay, and what is the method? Size, right? Dot size, get size. Sorry, not get size, dot size. Oh, 1 second. Okay, we have to use find elements, right? Because we are using, we are trying to print capture many values, right? So size, and let me write here system dot out dot println number of iframes on a web page, and let's print that size. Okay, or let's call it as number of iframes. Let me copy this, let me paste it here. Now what we are going to do, as we discussed, we are going to switch to this. If you want to, if you want to access this element, you have to access this by using this P. So let me try to get this context. Let me try to get this text. So I'll say P slash slash P. Okay, how to get the text of this? You have to use get inner HTML. So I'll say driver dot, or I need to store it in a string first, right? String get content. So I'm trying to get this content, okay, is equal to driver dot find element of by dot xpath of slash slash p. Double slash p is my xpath here. So see, but this text is in a p tag, right? So if you want to get the text, you simply have to use get attribute of inner HTML, where HTML will be caps. Okay, then in this get content we will get the you content, your content goes here text. Okay, so let me print this system.out.println. Okay, so get content. So let's print this, let's run this program, because now it should fail the test. Because what is the rule of printing this? Since this is in an iframe, you have to first navigate to iframe, but we haven't written any iframe concept here. So let's run this and see how it behaves. Okay, could not load main class. Okay, let me run this again. Okay, it's opening the web page and it's launching the page, and it will maximize. And now let's see what we have. See, we got an error. Let's see what is the error. So you can see no such element, unable to locate xpath selector slash slash p. And if you want to go to the line where you got error, just check for the line. See, this is our class name, right? Iframe example. Just click here, it will take there. Now since we did not navigate to iframe, this throws that error, right? Now let us switch to that iframe. Before that, let's identify the name or ID of that iframe. Okay, so you can see here the iframe has ID. Okay, we can take ID. So driver dot find element of, sorry, we have to use driver dot, okay, switch to dot frame of. You can see when I give frame, it gave me three types of elements, right? As we see here, as we saw, by index, by name or ID, by web element, right? So frame. So how many elements we have? I mean, how many iframes we have? Only one, right? I can give zero, or let me give ID. Okay, let me give ID by name or ID. Okay, now if I run this program, it will run successfully because we switch to the frame and then trying to access the text. Okay, so we are done now. See, number of iframes on a web page is one. Your content goes here. That means this text is printed successfully, right? Now let us try to get this value. Okay, so let me click on inspect and let me click here. Okay, and I have this text in h3 tag, right? So if I want to write xpath slash slash h3, see, so let me try to get that now. So I'll store it in a string. Main text is equal to driver dot find element of by dot xpath of, sorry, we have to give slash slash h3 dot get attribute of inner html. That will give you the text of that respective tag. Okay, close this. Now let us print this. I'll print this main text and see how whether it will capture this main text or not. So page is getting launched. It will maximize the browser page and then it will check for the iframes and get the text. And now let's see. See, obviously it fails. It says no such element, unable to locate XPath H3. Because why it is not able to access this H3? Because this is outside of the frame, right? But we already switched to the frame. You can see here we have switched to the frame and we captured this content and we have never entered, we have never come back. That means we never switched to the main content. Okay, so now let me, before printing this text, let's switch to the main content. So how to do that? Driver dot switch to dot default content, right? As I said, you have to use default content and then you have to run this program. Now let's go and see the output. See, now it is successful, right? We got number of iframes, we got the text from here, we got text from here, and we got text from this. So the main concept that you have to remember here is if you want to get any web element inside the iframe, you have to switch to the iframe, and after switching, after performing your operations, you have to come out to the main page and you have to capture the web elements which are on the main page. That's the main concept, right? Now we have seen by name or ID, right? So let me write here how to switch to using index. So frame of, you call it 0, but just I'll mention it here for your practice before I push this code to GitHub. By index, okay. And if you want to switch this through web element, I'll say this as frame 1 is equal to new is equal to driver dot find element of by dot xpath of, what is, or how to write the xpath for iframe. just slash slash iframe. See, you have only one iframe, right? So inside this you can write at the rate id is equal to and this id, and that's it. We got an iframe, and just copy that in this and close it. And now if you want, you have to import this. Okay, now you can write this statement driver dot switch to dot iframe of, you can write frame underscore one here. So this is how you identify using, let me, by web element. Okay, so let me comment these three. This is just for your example purpose. Done. So now your test is successful. You have navigated to the frame, okay, and you have got the text, and then you will switch it to the default content. That means main page content, switching to main page content, right? And here switching to, okay, but you know, right? You have you by using ID you have used to the frame. So that's all. This is about single frame. In the next session, we'll be seeing how to handle nested iframes. I'll be pasting this code in the description box and also give you the GitHub repository link where you can import all these programs for your practice. So that's all for now and have a nice day. Thank you.